Some test. All right, we in here. What up, hip hop? What up, brother?
Yo, you already know what it is, son. Let's get it popping, man. Big cloud all day. Let's get it.
All right, guys, we live. We in this joint. I'm here with HipHopGamer, bro. First of all, it has been a while, my brother. It's good to see you. How's everything been, man?
Amazing, son. Everything is amazing, man. I've been working on so many things, dog. Recently I went to Florida and we did a major master class with my boy Dr. Mark because he has his own master class out there. So I was there to be a part of the first one. So you already know, inspiring the kids and being an effective role in the community. Like being an effective person in that role in the community. That right there is crazy. So I did that. Then I did this dope uh marketing campaign that I'm working on with Logitech G, and I did a song for it and everything. So now I'm just waiting to get the edits back on that. Very excited about what that's going to turn out to be. So that's two.
Mm-hmm.
Three, just playing a bunch of games. I finally ended Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've been playing some Destruction All Stars. I've been playing the Medium. What else I've been playing?
Okay.
Um,
What's your thought?
Cobra
Okay.
Kai. Cobra Kai.
Oh,
I've been playing
bro.
that.
Listen,
Yeah, I've been
I had to
playing
get
that.
meds. I had to get
Playing that,
meds in
kid.
that. Let me tell you something. Cobra Kai is like the biggest Christmas gift of all time. It is incredible from start to finish. That's all I gotta tell you. Incredible show.
So, yeah, yeah, that joint is fire. So yeah, other than that, just working real hard, doing a lot of things, and there's more to come, man. So I'm very, very excited, man. You're also out in the UK. Shout out to my UK family. I was one of the expert speakers
Oh
at the
wow.
PG Pocket Gamer Connects
Mm-hmm.
conference. So that turned out great, man. Yo, I was on a panel with my man Anthony, who's the writer for Dead Space. Bro,
Wow.
I was on a panel with him, son. That joint was crazy, son. And then I was on a panel with my man, another dude. His name is Guy, but he's the head of Charisma.ai. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
gotta check out Charisma.ai. We gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. I'm telling you, watch. Anytime I come on the show, y'all gonna leave saying like, "Yo, son, this is crazy." Like I'm telling you, you know how I get down. But let's get it, bro.
All right, okay. You already know, man. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let's go ahead and share this out. Shout out to all y'all that's in the chat. Big shout out to our members. Welcome. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man. Last time it's funny. It's kind of poetic, right? Because the last time you were on here, we were talking about something that has become very present now, right? It was the whole DLSS situation. You remember that?
Yep.
We talk about
I
DLSS
remember that.
looking
I
better
was the
than
one telling
4K.
people about this stuff. Yeah, I was the one telling people about this stuff for the longest. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
talking about
you know,
that. Yeah, DLSS. Now we're here. We're talking about this VR tech. Now, granted, DualSense. There was some stuff that was going around for the DualSense. There were patents before the console, was revealed. One particular thing was that the DualSense controller could do like it was like a heat sensor, or it can detect like sweat and stuff like that. That type of tech is not really available, at least not yet on DualSense. That could be in another controller that they'll do later on, or again, it wasn't there, but we did get a lot of the main stuff that we broke down for DualSense, such as the haptic triggers. We got the speaker and the controller, et cetera, et cetera. It's a big step up from DualShock 4. Would you agree?
of course.
Massive
By
step up.
far,
Yeah.
it's not even a conversation.
Yeah, it's not a
You know what
conversation.
I'm
It's a
saying? It's
big
not even a
step up.
conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Big step up. So when we hear stuff like, Sony's looking to up the ante, so to speak, and throw more into the whole like aspect of VR by utilizing these type of features, right? But harnessing them in a different way for VR where it comes to heat sensors. It doesn't really surprise me at all, but at the same time, it adds more credence to what they were trying to do for the long-term haul for VR. VR is something that they definitely see a big future for. And again, at the end of the day, I'm all for it, honestly, because it pushed the industry forward. I mean, let's face it, VR was kind of in the slump, so to speak, until Sony's PlayStation VR kind of changed the game with just a variety of games in general. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
they literally were just, I guess, the scapegoat, so to speak, for this. Now, the big talk, and we talked about this in the video, guys, that Sony was looking to make a specialized VR headset that not only can sense heat and it like projects it on your head, right? You know, like let's say you're in like a desert or something like that on the actual planet. You know, they'll emulate that in the game, you know, in real life with you with the headset. But also the actual headset was going to have a few other things. Like if I remember correctly, it would react to like cold as well. Was that what the thing was doing too? And
Yes.
there's taste sensor they're talking
Yes.
about. And Sony's looking to change the game with this. They're looking to make you obviously the player, the the controller itself, but they're also trying to make it as real as possible. Now, I'm gonna bring this back to HipHopGamer because HipHopGamer was cool enough to send this to me before. What's your thoughts on this, man? I gotta hear your take on this, man.
So the first thing is, I did a video. I think this is back in August 12th, last year,
Hmm.
talking about the sense of smell,
Yeah.
coming to video games, right? And y'all have to understand that this stems from accessibility options, and it stems from studies from people that aren't mobile anymore. So I give you an example. You have a lot of people in different homes, like like an old folks home,
Hmm.
retirement homes. You have certain people in hospitals that this is their way of escape. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Places that they can't go to, they can go there now. So they're trying to understand how they react to these types of things, these types of testings, because they want to make sure that this is something that can actually hit the commercial market. So sense of smell, sense of taste, and stuff like that, it's all a part of a case study. Like that happens with a lot of the elderly and a lot of people that have limited abilities.
Right.
So that's the first thing. That's where the studies come from. So when it comes to in practice with the actual video games, this is the actual game changer right here. So um, there's so many games that we see, and
Right.
there's a lot of things that we can't do simply because the technology wasn't there. The technology is there now. So I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you playing a certain game, and the sense of smell could let you know what's around you. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That right there, the whole idea of PlayStation 5 and going forward is tapping into the senses. That's the whole idea of the whole concept is tapping into the
Hmm.
senses. So what you see, you can potentially replicate that so you can feel as much as you can as an end user. That's the whole idea of all of this sensory stuff. Okay.
Mm.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is the way the sense of smell works. There's gonna be gameplay options where you can choose like the smell of something, and
Yeah.
on a patent you see cartridges, and the cartridges they dispense a certain scent, like in a certain odor, to give you a sense of what's going on in the environments of the games that you play in.
Right.
This is ridiculous. And then what it does is there's certain gameplay that they want to do where you see how if you play in certain games, they'll tell you to blow in the controller in order for it to make something happen and stuff like that. So it's like even with the smell, it's like you could smell something, and the sense of smell they can
Hmm.
make a game out of or a gameplay moment out of. And they're gonna use these things as teaching tools as well in educational types of games.
Yeah,
So
this should be cool for like games
yeah,
like Astro's Playroom. Remember how Astro's Playroom takes advantage of
yeah,
everything? This should be cool because remember Astro's Play or Astrobot. Well, actually Astrobot, I guess right. That's the name of the character. He's
yeah,
basically the perfect catalyst for like a mascot for PlayStation, like a new mascot.
absolutely.
Because obviously they don't own Crash Bandicoot no more, but he's just a legacy character at this point in time.
Yeah.
So they don't have Crash anymore. But it is cool to see Crash, so to speak, in the suit, in the commercial stuff like that. But that's just not it's not Sony anymore. So it kind of makes
Yeah, so
sense.
that's the first. Yeah, exactly. So that's the first thing, like with the whole sense of smell, and then the sense of taste with the mouthpiece and stuff like that. It's same thing. It's like, how can I make this experience more realistic? It doesn't mean you have to do it. It doesn't mean you have to use it. But what you have to understand is you can't just think about yourself only when you think about from a business standpoint of how this is going to actually help people, like that
Hmm.
don't that's not like us, like that don't have certain that's not blessed to have all the senses that we use, because there's some people out there that they dealing with certain situations and
Hmm.
they're incapable of feeling certain things. So this provides that. So to me, this is just another way to bring more people into gaming, and another way to simulate what's actually happening on screen. Now, like I told y'all before, back in 2018, when I was doing that interview with the Capto Glove,
Mm-hmm.
this is all, it all ties into that. Like, these are conversations that I've had for a long time. Like, I got videos where you could go see me, playing Star Wars Battlefront with just my hands using the glove. Like,
Right.
it's nothing new. It's been being worked on. And now with these patents, and you gotta understand, these patents aren't just applications, these are granted. All right, these are granted patents, which means they are being made. Like, they can do this, they can use this. There's no problems. It's coming, B, and it's gonna be ridiculous. And I think
Right.
people should at least have an open mind before they say, "Well, I ain't trying to smell this. I ain't trying to do that."
Yeah.
You have no clue. You have no clue to how they actually going to utilize these things that's going to change the way we think. So don't knock
I
it
think
before you
people
try
have
it.
that
Oh, man.
that Spy Kids 4D movie stuck in their head. You know how they had that stuff at the theater? You had to scratch a sniff.
Yes.
They don't
Yes.
want that. They don't want that type of experience. So that's probably
Oh,
why
man.
people are like that. So I agree. Like, that type of stuff. Yeah, we don't need that. But going back to it,
It's crazy,
um,
man. But yeah, but
mhm.
I'm very excited, and I'm excited overall for the whole, the new vision for PlayStation VR 2, or whatever they decide to go with and call it. But I'm
Mhm.
very excited for VR even more so because all right, so I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this. Y'all remember PlayStation Home, right?
Of course.
Okay. So one of the things that Sony is working on, and it comes in, I'm not saying it's a VR version of Home,
More like
but
a hub, you would say?
but there is some, yeah, there is some sort of hub being created in VR to bring more people together and stuff like that. And I know this because, for example, if I want to talk to certain people,
Mm-hmm.
I can look at you and you can look at me, and now we're locked into a party just from us looking at each other.
Wow. That sounds like the patent I talked about not too long ago where
You
the
understand
guy
what I'm
was like
saying?
doing gestures at another person. They can
Yes,
track it with the eyes, something like that. And he was like
yes,
waving.
yes,
Yeah, that seems about right to that. Yeah.
yes.
So, yeah.
So exactly. So it's one of those situations where they're trying to recreate a real human like experience in the world of VR,
Mm-hmm.
and like on the next level, and then graphically from a standpoint, like the VR games going forward from a graphical standpoint, the foveated view angle, like everything that they're doing is just, it's next level, man. And I think that if VR made a good impression on the PlayStation 4, like a real good
Yeah.
impression. Like, there's a lot of people that play VR. I don't play VR all the time. I play it once in a while. But
Right.
even when I play it once in a while, I'll be like, dang, I gotta play it more. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
The only
really
issue I think
that
people had
good.
with it was the wires, if I remember correctly. That was the only complaint I saw
Yeah,
from
you don't have to
VR.
worry about that no more. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that no more.
I talked about I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was either in 2019. No, I think it was 2018. I talked about this, but it was this controller. It was a patent going around. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like a trick Sony was looking for. It was a controller that tracks your fingers, your fingertips, like your entire fingers. You remember that one?
Are you talking about the actual controller that you hold, like the
Yeah, it
DualSense,
was like the
or
extra controllers. It kind of remind me. It kind of looked similar to the Oculus ones. In the pad, at least, it looked very
oh,
similar
okay.
to it, but it tracks your fingertips, like it tracks everything from your
Okay,
fingers
so I know what you
using
talk. I know what
cameras.
you talk about. Yeah, I know what you talk about. So what it is when you're playing a lot of the games,
Mm-hmm.
you know how you gotta stand. Let's say I let my nephew play it. He's a different height, different. Like his physique is completely different from my physique. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So every time you switch from person to person in VR, you have to always go and adjust certain things and everything like that. So one of the things that they're trying to fix and alleviate is when you put the headset on, it recognizes the parts of your body to
Right.
adjust on the fly for the game. So it's more of a plug and play, give and go, as opposed to redoing this and redoing that and setting this up because of the space and blah 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 and your size and everything. So they're trying to alleviate that because that was one of the reasons that ruined the experiences with a lot of people in VR because of the spacing and the reach and trying to get that right. So that's something that they're trying to do in a way
for me personally, VR, the thing that kind of throws me off of VR is the whole arms thing. Like, you notice how you just see like your hands, you'll see like a gun or whatnot, but you don't really see your arms. If that makes sense.
But that's a gameplay development flaw. Like, I think game developers should add the arms so it really feels like a real
right,
game
natural.
hands. Yeah. That has nothing to do with the hardware. That's all up to the game developer to make it.
Yeah, because arguably the best VR game for VR was Resident Evil 7. You remember that? Yeah, Resident Evil 7, and it doesn't look. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's not as effective, right? It's playing it normal because of the fact that the arms and stuff like that are not really attached, you know. But it looks good still.
But I don't care. I'm never playing Resident Evil in VR. I'm not
playing it ever again.
Ever again. I don't care what you say. People be like, yo, hip hop, you a punk. I'll be a punk. I'll be whatever.
Not even 4? You wouldn't play Resident Evil 4 in VR?
I'm not playing no Resident Evil in VR at all. Like, it's not happening. That's it, bro. No. Let me explain something to you, son. I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn, right? Been through a lot in my life, right? That VR, like, yo, listen, son. When I put on VR, I put Resident Evil 7 VR one time.
Right.
Never again.
Never
again.
It's
not fair, son. It's not fair, son. The sound, that crazy lady popping out in order to nah, bro. That joint, yo, son, like that joint to make your fingers fall off, son. You get so scared. Nah, bro. I got stuck.
Definitely the dad. The dad is the creepiest character in that entire game.
Yeah.
He's
then,
the
like,
creepiest
when he burst through the door, I mean, not the door, when he burst through the wall when you walking, and then,
you know what got me with him? Not that part. It's the part where he comes in, right? You think he's about to hit you, but then he aims for the table and he goes, oh, damn it, how am I supposed to fix this? When you're running away from him. So,
I love Resident Evil 7, man. I love it, but I would never play that joint VR, son.
You copping 8, right? You're all in on 8.
Of course, I'm all in on 8.
I know you all in on 8. On 8. You played the demo? Did you play the release demo for it?
I couldn't even finish the demo. All right, so let me tell you what happened, right? So I was in a room. It was me and Red Infamy, and I need more people in the room before I play it. It can't just be 2 people. I need at least 4 or 5 people.
Oh man!
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm up here walking, right? And the body bag fell in front of me, son. And the way the sound, nah, bro, nope. I ain't doing it. Nope. I need a certain amount of people with me so I can feel like we truly are in this together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those newer, more higher tech headphones that's gonna come out eventually. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for those to really go all out with the sound. Because, I mean, the PlayStation headset's cool. You know, the headphones, they're cool. Yeah. But I wouldn't say they're, you know what I mean? They're not really up super tier.
You got to get the Logitech G Pro X, baby. The Pro X joints. All right, so the two headsets that I use mainly is the G733s and the Pro X. The G733s are my favorite ones, and they're close in quality to the Pro X, but they are crazy lightweight, and I just love the design and all this other stuff. The lights on them is fire, but the Pro X joints, the ones I got on right now, these joints is different. So they hit. Oh,
they hit different.
Yeah, the Pro X. So honestly, at the Astro A50s, the Pro X.
I'm not going with Astro ever again, bro. I have Astros right now, the A40s. They're just not. They're not as good as you would think they are for the price. They're just not that good.
Oh, to each his own. For me, like these Pro X, and the thing is the software. Like the software,
yeah.
I just got, you can change certain things. Oh man, yes. So I rock with the Pro X heavy.
Okay.
So that's my joint. And everything is dope. But I'm telling you right now, like regardless, bro, I can't do scary games with the headsets on. Like, put like this. Play Dead Space. Everybody in the chat, if you never played Dead Space or whatever, play Dead Space with some banging, crazy headphones.
Yeah, it hits. It's a completely different thing. So it's completely different.
Completely different experience.
Especially the first one.
yo, you're gonna be watching Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Animaniacs, and all these cartoons before you go to bed. I'm telling you right now, son. You're gonna be watching everything before you go to bed, son. You're
Especially
not
how
gonna go
that the
to bed.
sound works in Dead Space. Like there's no music until after they attack you.
Yeah, yo, so, nah, bro. I don't even want to talk. And they move so fast. Like,
Right,
nah.
they move fast, but then they creep up super slow. They legit walk up behind you super slow. It's like
Yeah.
it's
I don't
making
like
my anticipation, because I know you know what I'm talking about, the Callisto Protocol. It's
it.
making my
Yeah.
anticipation for that game that much more hype. Like I can't wait to play that game when it's done.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
me either,
amazing.
man. It's
That's
crazy.
seriously gonna
So,
be amazing. But to get back to, I guess, the PS5.
yeah.
I mean, God, man, we talked about so many, patents. I mean, hell, even going back to the whole RDNA 2 for PS5. Remember how dudes came at us? They're like, oh no, it's not RDNA 2, and then now you got the fake one saying RDNA 3, full fledged RDNA 3. That got debunked. We knew it wasn't RDNA 3. We knew it was RDNA 2, completely RDNA 2, just custom
It's
made
what they
based off of
said.
Mark Cerny. Hmm?
Yeah, it's what they said though. Like Mark Cerny said it,
Yeah.
and Lisa said it. So I don't know what else to say.
Right.
Like
RDNA 3 got announced afterwards. Like
you
at the
know.
lads.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. The only thing that I would say that Mark Cerny said that he didn't elaborate too much on was the whole concept that there's certain things that you're going to see at the end of the year with AMD, and if you see these things, just know that it's not like a piece that
Mm-hmm.
they just put inside the PlayStation 5 and stuff like that. It's something that was born out of the collaboration, and the collaborations was successful. So when people talk about RDNA 3, they may have thought of it from that standpoint. And there's also this thing about Infinity Cache that they was talking about that related to RDNA 3. And I know Sony has that. I'm not sure if they worded it the same way, but I know they
Right.
have something along the lines that's comparable to that. So maybe that's where it came from with the RDNA 3 thing. But it's an RDNA, it's RDNA 2. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they said, and that's what it is. And I'm telling you right now, for me personally, I could care less about any of that stuff. After looking at the games,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like I don't care. It could be RDNA 0. If the games look like that, give me that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. Like
Yeah,
the games
facts.
is
We had
ridiculous.
that long argument about that because it was more talks about what was it, T-flops, than what is achievable on the box. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think y'all missing the point here with what you're gonna get for next gen. I mean, granted, we've had a lot of cross gen titles so far, right, for PS5 and
Oh
Series
yeah,
X,
listen,
but when we get to strictly PS5 and Series X title, that you're gonna see that crazy leap in terms of what's achievable. I mean, look at Neo remastered so far. That's a good example of it with the
well,
120 offering. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm playing that game right now. So just let everybody know, if you've been checking out my stream on Neo 2, the game is fire, but I got infinite health and I got infinite Kai. So I got my stamina's all the way up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't die. But the game is fire though, because I what I love about it is like the boss battles alone is
Yeah,
just
it's a step
epic,
up.
bro.
Yeah, the boss
It's
battle is definitely a
epic,
step up.
bro.
They all got their better soundtracks. They're a lot well thought out. Honestly, though, I think I like Neo 1 a little bit more than Neo 2, just because of like the customization, the story. I like that version better. Neo 2
Oh,
is cool though. I mean, it's a cool game though.
well, for me, when it comes to like any of those games and stuff like that, I just want the main character to talk. Like that's that's my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want
Mm-hmm.
it's just like in Grand Theft Auto 3. Great
Right.
game, but the main character didn't speak.
That's
So
true.
it's
Yeah.
like I same thing with the Division. I love the Division. I love it. But the main character don't speak. In any game that I play, if the main character don't speak, I'm never gonna be uh tied into it like how I would want to be. And that's just the reality between those games. But in terms of the art style and the fighting and all this other stuff, yo, that's the A1, bro. That joint is A1, son. Fire.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, honestly, there's so many games. God of War. We know what's happening very soon. I don't think it's dropping this year. I think that's later on. But a lot of people got their hopes up for it.
Well, here's what I would say. I believe it is dropping this year. I think this year we get Horizon, we get God of War, Ratchet, Gran Turismo, and Returnal. Those are the ones that's next up, and I think that'll be it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm the biggest God of War fan. Like I love God of War.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm gonna say this like I said on one of my other streams. 2022. There's two games in particular. One is something that's coming back, and one is something that's a brand new IP. And they both from Sony. I'm telling you right now.
Ooh.
I'm telling you right now.
So one's a new IP and one is a returning franchise?
One is new IP and one is coming back. And the only hint I can give is that one of the ones that's coming back, I don't think y'all haven't seen it in like maybe like 8 or 9 years. So,
Metal Gear Solid.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Right? Here's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I ain't giving no answers. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Feel like this. I'm on the NDA on one of them.
Oh, so okay. I got you. I'll cut it right there. Yeah, I'll cut it right there. I would.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this one thing right now. Right now.
Okay.
Nobody is gonna care when 2022 hit, and what I'm talking about is finally revealed. Nobody is gonna care about any type of technical talk anymore. It's not gonna matter. Like, it's just forget. Enjoy these little arguments that people's having right now. Enjoy them because it's over. It's over. Listen. This is the part of the show where people be like, "Yeah, this is why HipHopGamer is HipHopGamer." Listen, there's from a this is how we're gonna do it. From a graphical standpoint,
right?
And from a performance standpoint,
ooh,
everything that we even tried to think about when it came to gaming,
mm-hmm.
the rules have changed. If you think you seeing open world now, if you think Assassin's Creed, every open world game you've ever seen in your life and played, if you thought that was open world, don't ever play those games again. It's over.
So this is the next chapter. This is the next chapter in world. Okay, I got you.
This is the next chapter of open world. That's one. Then the second thing is, in terms of graphical detail and performance, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So shout out to my boy Paris, you know what I'm saying, Gamer Tag Radio. Shout out to him. I was at a Ubisoft event with him, and I put him on to Quixel.
Right.
And I was showing him what Quixel was about. This is like December 2019. I've been talking about this for the longest time though, like even before that, right? And I was like, yo, there's something coming that's gonna make y'all go crazy. I'm telling you. And when Unreal Engine showed what they showed with the metahumans, that was one part.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
One part of what I was telling people about. That was one part. Now, y'all see that, right?
Yeah,
now,
I see that.
Here's what I want to tell y'all.
Actually, let me see if I can find that tweet. I'll put it on the screen for everybody. It's really crazy. Hold on.
Now, here's what I want to tell y'all. If y'all think the Unreal Engine is real crazy, keep in mind the Unreal, everything that you're seeing, Sony worked together to make this happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like, this is a collective effort. Sony has invested their money very differently. And here's what I can say. Here's what I can say. 2022, on a graphical scale, the technology,
a high fidelity
and the proprietary engines that Sony got, and when I talk about that Sony got, I'm talking about the stuff that you see Sony Santa Monica do, the stuff that you see Naughty Dog do, like how they have their own engines that you only see with their games. The next level of those particular engines is going to destroy what you thought was actually possible, like in gaming forever. Like, it's over. So what the best way I could tell y'all right now to get y'all excited, because y'all know I like to tell everything, but I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this. Go to the Witcher 3 and look at the cinematic. Look at the cinematics of Witcher 3. Look at like the cinematic like movies, like that like when you're playing the game and they show those cinematic joints. Look at that, right? Then another thing that I want y'all to look at. Look at God of War cinematic commercial. Look at God of War cinematic commercial. I want y'all to look at these things, right? Look at them. And then after you look at them and you're like, wow, like, will games ever look like that?
Whoa.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
you know, that goes, honestly, that goes back.
Are here.
No, bro.
We are here. I'm so hyped. Yo, you don't understand, son. What right now, son? I feel like Undertaker, and I just want to choke slam you out of love. Out of love,
bro. That comes back though. Bro, that comes back to what we said last time. Remember how with Unreal, if we go back to Unreal, remember how they said the transition between the game and the cutscene, it was night and day. It's the exact same. Like, there was no difference. Remember how on PS4 and PS3 you can clearly tell a difference between the gameplay and the CG scene. Like, the CG scene will have better lighting, better textures and stuff like that. And then when it comes to gameplay, there was an obvious kind of lack of that in certain areas. This time around, that's no longer a thing. You know what I mean? It's the exact same picture across the board. It's the exact same picture across the board.
I gotta say this. Man. In terms of just graphical detail, that Hellblade. Now, here's what I can say from what new information I was getting. So Hellblade 2, when we saw that looked crazy.
It looked crazy in Ninja. Yeah, it looked fantastic.
Yeah, Ninja Theory. So here's what I can say. Hellblade 2, in terms of the actual game when you're playing and stuff like that, is very close to what that was, but not exactly from information that I'm getting. But that what you did see is achievable on these platforms with the technology that they got. But the way they're able to do it is there's a lot of heavy reliance on AI and machine learning to pull off a lot of these things.
Right. Like, when we're looking at these demos on the screen here, you know what this reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of Detroit. But that next level of you know what I mean? That next level of Detroit. And this is something that David Cage, remember, what did David Cage say that he wanted for PS4 and he got? And he wanted more of. He wanted emotion. Yeah. This is definitely that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the full package. Like, this type of tech.
Matter of fact, look. Oh man. All right. I'm trying to do this in a way where you remember that Star Wars trailer?
Which one?
They showed called Reflections, and it was doing a big deal on ray tracing.
Yes. They were showing the TIE fighters and everything.
I'm just throwing these things out there right now because I know. And anybody that doubt me, because I know people be doubting me, I don't know why, but I'm gonna tell you this. There's an interview that I did with Nvidia, I think like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and we was talking about certain things. And you know, there's always off-camera conversation.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, son, that 2022 is over.
Well, I told everybody too, though, to add more to what you're saying. I remember the drag and drop thing they were talking about with Unreal Engine 5, where they can just take pieces of environment and drag it, and they don't have to go back and find. Because remember, on PS4, PS3, and all that, they had to scope this stuff. Remember how like if you look in the environments before, they look like clay in certain games, like Call of Duty and all that stuff. They had to scope that stuff. Like, I mean, like, make it. This time around, it's kind of like they can drop it in the world. Yeah, they drop it in. So this right here will play a factor in games like the Star Wars. I'm going to tell you why. Because they can use actual what? Props for the Star Wars lightsaber, stuff like that. They can make their own props. The realism is going to be insane. for next gen.
Yeah,
So I got to the real is going to be insane. And when you got PS5, they can load assets as fast as it is doing right now, and
and that's the difference maker.
yep,
Like, so just to give y'all
IO
some
throughput.
insight, yeah, the IO throughput is what's going to allow these things to happen. And the reason why is because of the asset streaming,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to cost as much to actually pull off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how it normally would. So think about it like this, right? When you look at the DLSS that Nvidia talks about, they're able to give you better image quality
Right.
at way less the cost. That's all machine learning and AI and stuff like that. Now with the blocks, like the memory blocks and packets
Right.
within the SSD, and how they was talking about the RAM and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
For so long, there's been so much power that was never able to be used and tapped into simply because of the design of the system.
Right.
So I'll give you an example of what I mean, y'all. Anybody in here that understands PC gaming, I'm gonna make this relate to how it works on console. So in PC gaming, right? Let's say I have a rig, and my rig has 250 gigs of RAM or whatever. But everything that I'm doing, it only uses like 16 of it. So I have all this extra stuff that's not being used. So if it's not being used, why do I have it? If I can't do nothing with it, my game is not going to be able to be where it could be because I have all this extra resources
Mm-hmm.
that does nothing. It's there just to give me a high score for no reason. Like it has no use. So now these things have use. So because they have use, it makes the system's performance way more powerful. You just got to make sure you have the right engine
Right.
that's going to utilize this power correctly. So
Yeah.
what we've been seeing so far
It's efficiency.
we've been
We
seeing
said power versus efficiency.
yeah, we've been seeing a lot of add-ons and updates to things
Mm-hmm.
because of the extra power that's there. But when you see what this power is like in this raw, unedited form, and that's what you got to work with, the tools is ridiculous now. Like the tools that they got to work with now in terms of game development is scary. So yeah, man, get ready, man. Like things that used to take 3 months can take 3 minutes.
Right.
Like it's different. It's different.
That's why I tell people about
yeah.
Series X. Series X is great, right? Great GPU. It's got a nice CPU. It's a very good system. Thing is though, with PS5, it's like a straight path. How do I say it? It's like a straight path with the way they designed it to all the resources. That's basically the best way to put it. It's a straight, legit path to everything. Granted, Series X is stronger with the GPU, and 4K and all that stuff is easier on Series X, which nobody's taking away from it. But it's just the flexibility. I think that's the proper term, right? For PS5 is really there. Like that's what they can do. And next gen in general, it's going to be really good for both sides. Like again, I expect games like Avowed to really blow us away.
Avowed,
you know what I mean?
Avowed is gonna be crazy, I think. But
Yeah, I think that's gonna blow us away.
This is one of the best ways to prove a point. So shout out to my boy David Jaffe. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, David Jaffe. It takes a lot for him to get excited over something. It really does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw Ratchet and Clank, he lost it because what Ratchet and Clank is doing was impossible to do in gaming. Like
right.
You can't do that in video games. You can't. And now you can. And I'm telling you right now, like Ratchet and Clank, all these games look amazing, like they do. But 2022, that is the year that I don't see nothing changing in terms of certain release date schedules and everything like that for certain stuff.
Mm.
So what I can say, 2022, that's gonna be the year that people gonna be like, you know what, I don't know, I'm telling you, every gaming video, everybody gonna act like me in 2022. Everybody's gonna start acting like me in 2022. That's the realest way I can say it. Everybody's gonna act like me in 2022. That's it. So there you go. I'm
Okay.
telling you, man.
So 2022 is the hype year. Like,
Yeah, man.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Let me stop for a second here. Shout out to Eagles fan. He dropped a $5 super chat. He says, I think the biggest difference for Unreal Engine 5 is for AA Studios to make a graphic heavy game. Also, what PlayStation Studios will use Unreal Engine 5 besides Days Gone too. For Unreal Engine 5 for PS5, you know, honestly, it's really up in the air at this point. I could see Ben Studio doing something like that, but I'm pretty sure Sony has their own engines for this type of stuff for their own first party, so I don't think they would use Unreal Engine 5 in that particular case. Microsoft, however, will be using Unreal Engine 5. That's kind of like the biggest bulk of the studios use that for the most part.
A lot of people use Unreal. A lot of people use Unreal. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's one of the biggest and best engines. Period. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that what I want people to understand is amazing as that engine is, the proprietary engines that's
Mm-hmm.
made specifically for certain games and that only certain studios have access to, you're going to get more out of. So the technology that you see with Unreal and the stuff that they could do, they're not the only ones. I mean, they're not the only ones with it, but from a third party standpoint, they have everything in a collective manner to be able to pull it off in a way where it's easier, and the framework and the tools and everything that works better for third party development. That's great. But the exclusives, like the proprietary ones, man, that's the real game changer, man. Real game changer, man. Put like this, my boy Kurt, he's the game director now on over at Naughty Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Kurt's level of excitement for this generation and what they're doing. I known Kurt for a long time, yo, and we don't talk often, obviously, but whenever we see each other, whatever, just have a good conversation about something.
Right.
Like we always have fun. Energy is great. We at E3, whatever. But his level of excitement of what they're doing now, I've never seen this level of excitement before from him. Like not like this. And I'm 2022 is gonna be special. I'm gonna cry. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna cry because it's like to talk about something and then to see it is gonna be incredible. So
I mean,
get
with
ready.
Sony flat out saying that, they're looking to bring back some beloved franchises, and we got Sony's best acquired studio in a long time, right? With Insomnia Games. I think we can say that's their most versatile studio that they have. Insomnia Games keeps tweeting.
Naughty Dog is too much, man.
Bro, they keep tweeting a certain game. I know you see it on their timeline. Starts with an R.
Resistance.
Yeah, they keep tweeting Resistance. It's funny that they keep tweeting this. I said remake. What's up?
You remember the episode that we did, and I told you to go to the website?
Yeah, and it came right up to Resistance, and a lot of people, it's funny. I had a lot of people come in my neck. They was like, "Oh, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything." I'm like, "Are you sure about that?" Because I told them to look up some other games. It doesn't happen like that. Sony just renewed the domain for this stuff. They're not playing around. This is it's about to happen. We just don't know when. That's the thing. We're waiting for that confirmation.
Yeah, don't know when, but
yeah.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot happening. And then the cool thing about the technology now, because I'm always doing research and always talking to so many different people. I don't even think people really understand like how different. Like we hear it, we talk, and we're excited, but I don't think people really understand how different this generation is gonna be But 2022 is gonna be the year that separates the beginning of a generation to what the generation actually is. Because it happens to every generation. You know, you
Right.
come
You have
out
that
like
cutoff point.
yeah, like, yeah.
You got that, you know what I mean? Like you, when you sever the
2022,
leg, so to speak, and show, yeah,
yeah,
this is what it's really, it can do. And this is what we were doing before.
yeah. 2022 is gonna be that year where you start to see, okay, now I understand what next gen is about, as opposed to like see next gen upgrades versus next generation gaming. Like it's that there's it's a difference there. What we're
Right.
seeing right now is next generation upgrades
Of
to
course,
things.
yeah. That's why they're mostly, tech related. They're showing off 120 frames or whatnot.
Yeah,
They're not really showing this insane visual boost, right? They'll probably show games at 4K, but it's not really like up to that level where we know for a fact that these systems can really push. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's not the ray trace, anything. It's not. It's none of that, goodness.
crazy man. So yeah, and then another thing I want to tell people is pay attention to Nvidia a lot. Pay
Nvidia.
attention to it. Yes, pay attention to Nvidia a lot. A lot of y'all, a lot of people keep looking at PS5 and Xbox for your answers. No, like there's stuff there. I'm not saying don't look at it. You know what I mean? But I'm just letting you know. Pay attention to the moves that Nvidia is making. Watch Nvidia's interviews. Jump like pay attention to Nvidia because Nvidia is setting the tone to a lot of things that I spoke about today. So pay attention to Nvidia. That's all I can say. I got friends everywhere, so I can't, but I'm just saying, pay attention to Nvidia, man. Nvidia is, they different, man, with the way they are operating as a company right now. So pay attention to Nvidia, and also just give a little nod to Tesla. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Because there's so much stuff out there that people are not looking at, and there's a lot of stuff that's hidden in plain sight. And
That
I'm
we're not.
telling you,
Yeah.
man, pay attention to Nvidia for every move that they make, every video they put
Mm-hmm.
out. Like, oh, pay attention to Nvidia, man. I'm telling you, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Because the stuff that because Nvidia is one of the reasons why a lot of rules is being broken in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, pay attention to Nvidia, and you'll get your console like answers too. Word.
Mm. So I mean, God. So you gave me too hype. You getting my mind really going here. Because there's so many games that they could seriously just bring back. Like there's one particular game that should already be back by now. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper should already be back by this point.
Like I told
That's
people this.
that
I
should
told
be
people
back.
this before. I told people this before, man. Like play Astro, beat the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Thank me later.
I did that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like people not man. I'm very excited, man. So, but yeah, but so far so great. And also, I just want to give a shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Much love to y'all. As always, thank you. And big, thank you for having me. As always, man. I'm enjoying this conversation. Yeah, let's keep it going, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's up, bro. It's always a pleasure. Hey, hit that like button for Hip Hop Gamer in the chat, ladies and gents. Hit that like button. Man, so we VR, like, we know VR is going to be an upgrade in the future. We know what's happening. VR2 is on its way eventually. We know Sony is going to be bringing some even bigger games. We just don't know what, you know what I mean? We don't know what, well, I know you know some, but we don't know all, right? We don't know the full scope here of
No, of
what's going
course
to be
not.
coming back, The list goes on. The list can be
Yeah.
so big. But the thing is, what exactly, I mean, I guess you could say what exactly, cause man, people,
Okay, I can say this.
what's up?
I can say this, right?
Okay.
So one one of the things one of the biggest differences between Microsoft and Sony is Sony got anime on lock.
Yes,
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah, Crunchyroll.
And yeah, Sony got anime on lock. Sony got movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sony got a lot of stuff, right? Now you see how you start to see The Last of Us and Uncharted, like the TV shows
Yep.
and like everything
Ratchet and
together.
Clank got a movie, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you see all this other stuff. So all I'm saying is, there's a lot of how can I say it? There's a lot of content out
Yeah.
there
There is. There is.
that Sony can draw from to bring, just like how you see a lot of things going into the movie side. There's a lot of things from movies you may see go to the gaming side. I'm just saying, there's things happen. I'm just throwing it out there, like,
Bro, I mean, listen. After Sony,
2022, son.
after Sony, listen.
2022,
After seeing
man.
Sony make a capital alliance with From Software, and the fact that they controlling anime right now, and all this stuff, and they're going into TV shows, etc., etc. I'm telling you, man. Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne S something. Look, it's
Yo,
that's all I gotta say. My hopes are so high. He says, "Do you know anything about the SSD expansion? No talks on that. But if you want expandable hard drive, or you just want an external hard drive, just buy one of those fast SSDs. There's a few of them that are out there that are compatible with PS5. They'll tie you over for now.
it's crazy, man. There's a lot of crazy things, and then there's what else can I say, man? Um, yeah, I think I said a lot already.
I know that's the thing.
Yeah, I think I said a lot already. But what got me? I mean, I'm always excited. Y'all know how I get, but what
Yeah,
got
of
me
course.
very excited is that this generation we're
Mm-hmm.
going to get a whole lot more, because a lot of the even a lot of independent developers, it doesn't cost as much to do certain things anymore because of the technology and the tools that's out there.
Right.
So we're going to get a lot more at a higher level. For example, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
Of course.
That's an example of what I'm saying. Like there's so much more that's coming that's going to be out of this world.
Right.
And
Like,
I'm
what's that game
excited.
called? What's that game called, bro? I was talking about it. I think it was on. Oh yeah, Wukong. Remember Wukong Black Myth?
Oh, Black Myth,
Dude.
oh,
Let me tell you something. That right there is. I remember when we first saw. You remember the first trailer before we got the gameplay. That right there was a testament of what is achievable, because it is next gen only. You see what I'm saying? That's next gen only. That's a prime example of just what can be done, man. And it legit looks like a Souls game. It looks incredible. They went all out. The powers and how much is happening on screen, crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then here's another thing that uh okay, one of the things that I think a lot of people should look out for in terms of the technology going into next generation is, and it's something that well, we should get right into it now. um a lot of people don't understand that even from a spectator standpoint, there's a
Right.
lot of next generation things that's going to happen from the standpoint of just watching games. So I'll give you
Mm-hmm.
an example of what I mean, right? Let's say Sony is having another showcase, right? And not everybody can make it. There's gonna be a lot of people at home watching it. So
Right.
imagine if you had the opportunity to hold the controller in your hand while you're watching their keynote. And when they show off a game during that keynote, you can feel the haptics right at home from watching the video that they're showing during their keynote. So you could know what it's like before you actually get the game yourself.
So
So
kind of
there's
like a 3D audience type of thing.
no. It's remote haptics. So
Oh, so kind of like those
like this,
chairs. They used to be like at the thing where they moved, but it'll be the
no,
controller.
I'll give you an example. You see how you have you got Dead Space showing on your stream right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Matt, now I'm not playing Dead Space, I'm just watching a video. But what if I was able to turn my controller on and I feel what's happening on screen, although I'm not playing the game, so I could get a sense of what it'll be like to buy this game and play this game on PS5. Like I get a sense to know what the haptics will feel like. So instead of you just telling me what they are like, you can actually let me experience them before I'm able to even touch the game myself. Just through
Dude,
video.
that sounds like the you remember the
Yeah.
try before you buy patent we went over, or the future?
Yeah, yeah, but this is not even try before you buy. This is remote haptics through streaming and AI and machine learning. So what it does is
Ooh.
when you watch a video, it can perform as if you was actually playing the game, but you're not playing the game. You're just watching a video, but you're getting the feedback so you could know what it's like. So if I was to be like, yo, son, you got to get this game because when you play it, it feels like this, it feels like that. Instead of you having to rely on my words,
Mm-hmm.
I can, you can literally watch a video and feel it yourself.
I mean, that would be like the perfect cure, really, with the state of the world right now. Us being home, with COVID and everything.
It's it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And
Right.
then yeah, and then oh man, it's just so much stuff that's going on right now. Trying to think of other things I could share with y'all so you could so you can know what's up. But I'm very excited about what they've been able to accomplish because like everything that I'm telling y'all is like being done in practice. Yo, listen, man. One of the things I'm gonna share with you real quick, and
Mm-hmm.
I already experienced this, and I actually have a prototype of it. But when y'all experience neuro technology
Mm-hmm.
on video games, that's when you really gonna have that's when your mind is gonna mess with you. Like I have it right now in my possession. Like I've already used it. I got the software. I got it all, bro. And I'm telling you right now, neuro technology, when it comes to PlayStation and everything,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be next level. Not just for esports, but for gaming in general. Because now the data is in your natural reactions in real life, not just how fast you can push a button. Everything, I'm telling y'all, man, everything is changing. So that's why people will say what they want. I got it right now in my possession. So I'm just telling you right now, bro. There's things I can say and there's things I can't say. And yo, get get ready, bro. I'm telling you, man, get ready. Like, yeah, nobody 2022 is gonna be that
It's
year
that year.
that that separates the, put like this. There I know a lot of people is gonna talk about teraflops. They're still gonna have these conversations, and
Right.
I get
That's
it.
not gonna go
This
away. Yeah.
That's not gonna go away. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I'm just keep it straight up. Like the best games that's being developed that I'm aware of, the best games, and I'm talking about from a standpoint of technology, what's being pulled off,
Mm-hmm.
and just the information that like the energy that I'm getting feedback wise. Sony has the best exclusives with the best performance in the industry that's coming. Sony has it. And I'm not even trying to knock Microsoft because I know a lot of people gonna say this, say that, but
Right.
I'm being honest. When it Sony has better orchestrated teams internally than Microsoft does
Right.
internally. And because of how well these teams work together, is one of the main sole reason why you're gonna see better products come out of Sony's camp.
Yeah. They
Now,
tackle multiple projects at once. Like every team is like working on two things. Right. It's like a split team. So it makes sense for that particular
and
case
then
too.
and then now here's what I will say on the Microsoft side.
Mm-hmm.
Halo still have issues, but it's coming out this year. It's coming out this year. It still has its issues, but it's coming out this year. The multiplayer in Halo is gonna like I from I think that Halo's multiplayer
Mm-hmm.
is gonna shut things down this year. I
You think this is
Halo
it?
is
This is this is their
Halo is
year.
back. Halo is gonna be back this year from a multiplayer standpoint.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of been the curse, right? Because they
but
couldn't hit both notes, right? With Halo, like it was like, okay, they have good
yeah,
multiplayer one game, terrible single player, right? Good
yeah, like
single player on this one, terrible
yes,
multiplayer. I think they had to hit both notes, but if you're saying that the multiplayer they hit the note,
the,
okay, cool.
the
That
multiplayer in Halo that's coming
uh
is gonna probably revive careers in esports. Like this is
oh,
Halo. Halo's multiplayer is
so
ambitious.
you
What
see
they
you can
looking to
see
do.
Doc disrespect on this now.
Oh, Halo is gonna be Halo. Like Halo is the multiplayer.
So it's back to being
Halo
an event.
is
It's no longer back in
I
just the
they
the
looking to
typical
shut it
show.
down. Like Microsoft is looking to shut it down when it comes to the multiplayer in Halo. Like for real, they looking to really shut it down and to really do more with the Master Chief character. Period. The single player,
Uh huh.
story wise and stuff like that, and what they trying to accomplish, I don't think that's gonna be the thing that makes Halo special. I don't think the single player is gonna be it, but their multiplayer is gonna slap everybody in
It's
the
the
face.
lore though, right? People buy it for the lore in single player as well though. So it's kind of like, you know, kind of want to have both at that point.
Um,
No,
man,
you kind of torn between. I mean, that's kind of how it's always been. Like some people buy it for the multiplayer, a lot of people buy it for single player. It's like
yeah, I think the
it's the
multiplayer push
package
is
deal. I looked at it as.
yeah, I think the multiplayer push for Halo is gonna be out of this world. I think Halo is gonna redefine itself in the multiplayer area big time, man. Like Halo, man, is gonna. I think I think people are gonna go crazy on it. Yo, somebody said my mic is kind of low.
I turned you up. I just
My mic
turned.
up.
I
Oh,
turned
you
you up.
turned me up. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, sorry about that. So that's one. Um, now the other stuff in terms of like Fable and everything like that, I have no clue about any of those things. Forza is gonna be amazing. I'm not surprised by that. You know, Forza is gonna be incredible. Forza is gonna blow everybody away. I personally think so. But yeah, man. The other games I'm not sure of. But what I can say from a multiplayer standpoint, um, Halo is going to be something special. Uh, from what it seems.
Halo's back in form. Okay. All right. Yeah, I heard it
You
from
know what I mean?
HipHopGamer. Let
Yeah.
me
So
let's tackle this
yeah. So
topic
I'm
real
excited,
quick.
man.
I got you, bro. I got you. I already know. Let's tackle this topic. Mervis said, oh, before I get to his comment, I think it was English face. So you guys surprised about no talk about expandable SSD? Not quite, because Sony's main issue right now, they're focusing on getting PS5s in hands. So I don't really think they worried about the whole expandable storage just yet, even though it's going to be eventually answered. You know, it's going to be eventually answered.
Yeah, but I will say this, man. It's almost we're halfway through the month.
Yeah.
I believe we should hear something in March because we're coming close to the end of a quarter. And
Good point.
this is around the timeline that March Sony Week said we would find out something. So we should find something in this quarter. That's what I would say. So that get ready for that. We should hear something this quarter. And I know E3 is June and stuff like that. Um June is gonna be interesting.
Yep. Um,
Yeah.
I think about the whole So yeah, that seems about right because I don't even think Mark Cerny or Sony even dropped the list. Remember how they said they were gonna have like a list of compatible SSDs for PS5?
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't even think they dropped the list yet.
Yeah, that
So
list has not dropped yet, so that's still in the dark. So yeah, I don't think it doesn't nothing's happened so far. But yeah, that seems about right what you just said by the end of the quarter. Um, so this other thing people are saying is that Sony lied. Now they're talking about the whole die shot that we just saw. They're saying that it's RDNA.
they lie. What did they lie about? Like, I'm just trying to understand. What did they
So
lie? What did you
people
say they lied
believe
about?
that they lied and said it's RDNA 3. Now let's go ahead and just destroy this topic because this is what we do here on this channel. We just destroy false narratives. Um, Sony never said anything about RDNA 3. They never mentioned RDNA 3.
That's it. There's
They
nothing else
never
to say.
mentioned RDNA 3.
Sony didn't say it, so there's nothing else to talk. Yo, listen. Let me explain
RDNA
something to
3
you.
came from a random YouTuber, guys, who a lot of you guys, well, not a lot of you guys, I don't want to throw nobody under the bus here, but a lot of people who followed me even put on this high caliber of praise. But it came from a bigger YouTuber than me who said that RDNA 3 was a big deal on PS5. And I'm telling you now, it was never mentioned for RDNA 3 for PS5. Not even by Sony.
Yeah, like Sony didn't say that. Yeah, Sony didn't say that. The only thing I would say is, like, look, 2022, nobody should be talking about anything dealing with RDNA or what's inside.
Yeah.
No, I don't care about what's inside anymore. Like, I really don't. Here's what I want to tell y'all. Some of the most amazing games is coming. And when y'all play them, y'all not gonna think about if this is RDNA or not. You're gonna be like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Put like this. You see the big jump from like the PS2 and in the to the Xbox, the Xbox to the Xbox 360 era. When we went from standard definition to high definition. That was a huge jump in the gaming world, period. Going from standard definition to high definition. We went from big CRTs to flat screen TVs and plasmas and all. There was a big shift from SD to HD.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you right now, and this is strictly from game development, what can be done, power, all of that. This is unlike anything that anybody has ever seen what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, yo, wait, let me put this into perspective real quick, right? You know, all right, so you seen Microsoft Flight Simulator, right?
Yeah.
All right, so graphically, that joint looked like life. Like, that joint looks amazing. Like, it's crazy.
Right. It goes back to the videos they say expectation of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It's not what it's not really running. You know what I'm saying? It's like a false preview of something. So that's what it is.
So here's what I want to tell you. Imagine playing a game like Microsoft Flight Simulator, right?
Right.
Where you could fly across the whole world. But in practice, let's say you could fly across the world, land wherever you want to land.
Of course.
Get out, start fighting, go here, go inside this house, go out of it. You could do all that stuff, and there's no loading. You can see the landscape of everything, and if you hit a building and you blow it up, it's gonna fall. I hope y'all understand, like, what I'm trying to tell y'all in terms of what can be done now.
I mean,
you can do everything. Like everything can be done now.
I mean, you know when we're talking about this, it just brings back that conversation. Remember how we talking about games we're not going to have load times?
Yeah, and people still was like,
"There's no way the games are gonna have load time." I'm like, bro, it's not the case. It's a newer. We're beyond that at this point, and that's where gaming is at right now. It's in that new, it's finally upgraded. It's free, so to speak.
Yeah. Yes.
It's free. There you go. That's the perfect term. It's free. It's not. It's not hidden. Yeah.
It's free. It's just what you see. You can go there. You can do it.
Right.
It's whatever you want to do. So yeah, man. And then what's so crazy is what a lot of people don't know is that the biggest thing about next generation, and this has not been talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing about this next generation is the more you play, the more everything changes in the game. So I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you're playing a game,
mm-hmm.
and your character can only do certain things in the game. Like you could go up, you could go down, you could crouch, you can, there's certain button configurations that's in the game, and that's it. Imagine playing a game. Imagine playing a game where you could walk somewhere and animations that you've never seen before
mm-hmm.
happens because you did something new in the game. So what I'm trying to tell you is there's games where nothing is set. Everything is procedural. Everything. Even animation is procedural. So you know how you could play Madden and you have canned animations. You have things that you'll see again.
Mm-hmm.
Like things that what I'm trying to tell y'all is just like in real life, you just living life, doing stuff, and whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine playing a game, right? And let's say you playing a game for like 2 hours. All the data that you've from everything that you do, every button that you pushed, every movement, everything, that data is now like remembered. So when you go and play the game again, like new procedural animations may generate simply because you decided to do something different in the game that you didn't do before. So don't think of it as a situation where you walk up against the wall and you just running against the wall and like you're just running in place against the wall. Like, nah, you could walk up to a wall and naturally you'll put your hand up because you don't want to hit your head. Like I'm talking about life like things in games that gets better the more you play the game.
You know,
Like I'll give you an example. In Forza,
mm-hmm.
you had drivatars. So
Yeah.
even when you wasn't playing the game, your drivatar was racing for you. So when you came back to the game, you got bonuses and stuff like that as if you was playing, but you wasn't playing. It was your drivatar that was playing for you. It was the AI. What I'm trying to tell you is there was little bits and clips and sprinkles of stuff before. Now, yo, it's full blown crack, son. Like it's just straight up is manufactured everything. So that's
Jack had a question. That was a really good question. Jackass, are you hyped for Returnal?
Yeah. So we're Returnal, right?
Yeah. Did you go? Yeah.
The gameplay looked mad fluid. The gameplay looked fluid and it looks fun to play. Now the story, I think they got to do a better job at presenting it. But I understand.
I don't know much about it. It looks fantastic. Gameplay is very seamless. It's fluid. It's got a lot. Really, it's a lot happening. The the particle effects. That's what I'm about to say. Particle effects are really, really good. It looks awesome. It looks like they took everything they learned from Resogun. I know you play Resogun because it was a big deal for PS4. But it's like they took Resogun and amplified that to the next level. It's just, sadly, I think they did the game a little bit of a disservice because we don't really know what the story is about. If that makes sense.
And that's the mess. See, the thing is, what people gotta understand is that you don't get a second chance at a first impression.
Exactly.
So the first impression of Returnal wasn't that great, in my honest opinion.
Right.
First impression wasn't that great. It really wasn't.
And then they threw that curveball at us, bro, where they said $70. Now, when you show what you show for the game, and then you ask for $70, everybody's gonna be looking at it with what, bro? A magnifying glass. They're gonna be like, well, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that, and I told people about this too. As soon as games go to $70, the whole way of thinking and looking at games is going to change, where you're not looking at games strictly off of graphics or a few gameplay clips, right? You're looking at it off of context, like, or not content. Well, really, content. What's being offered? What else are you getting aside from, this crazy gameplay? You're looking at the story. You're looking at all this, and sadly, these are notes that every game, really, especially a new IP. That's the thing, too. A new IP is really going to have a trouble showcasing that type of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying, man. People are going to give you the benefit of the doubt if they know you. You know what I'm saying? If they know you and they're aware of you. But if they don't know you, if they're not aware of you, then it's going to be harder for you to win people over.
Right.
Your new IP, like you said.
You don't show up to no job interview in tennis shoes and jeans, bro. You gotta look good. You gotta show it off.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's one of those situations where I think that they dropped the ball on the first impression.
Right.
The last impression that they showed in terms of that gameplay.
Oh, bro, that gameplay had me going, bro. That $70, I ain't got no problem with the $70, but shit, I got that other part of the question. I got that other part that's just looming in my head. What am I doing all this for? Like, that's the only thing I wish they answered early on. I really did. I really wish they wished. Because, imagine this was Hideo Kojima, same situation, and we didn't know. We knew as much as we knew about Death Stranding at that time. That makes sense. Remember how Death Stranding had that that constant worry of what were you paying for. That's the exact same situation here. It's like, well, what is Death Stranding about? Remember the theories? Everybody had a theory for it. I've done theory videos on it. It's like, that's the
like,
thing, man.
Bro, I understand, everything that you're saying and what you're getting at. So trust me, like I get it, So to me, I truly feel,
Mm-hmm.
that Returnal, um, they have, like, right now in the situation now,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they got to make sure they don't come out near a big release of something else, and they have to make sure that they give us more insight on why we should care about this character. That's the second thing. And the third thing is they need to show us like one big boss battle or something to be like, to wow us. They do that, I think they'll be in good shape even with a $70 price.
I agree.
As of right now, I'm getting it, but I can see a lot of people that won't get
Might
it
pass, or they might tune into your stream to get more context. And
yeah, because you got to think about it. Here's another thing that people got to think about. This year, you got Gran Turismo 7 dropping. You already know that's going to be selling off the shelves.
Absolutely.
Ratchet & Clank, that's flying off the shelves. Horizon, flying off the shelves. God of War, flying off the shelves. So people are literally saving their money for these games, let alone the regulars like Madden and 2K and Call of Duty. Like, those are the regulars. You know what I'm saying? And remember, WWE is coming back.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't even say WWE. I would say, what was it? AEW, because Ukes is coming out of retirement basically and about to save the wrestling license at this point because they're about to make the new AEW game. You hear about that?
No, I know. Yeah, of course. But I'm talking about like WWE 2K. Like, they're coming back with their game too. They took a year off, but they're coming back with their game as well. And that's going to be something that, as long as they do it right.
I'm going to say, hopefully they fix that.
Yeah, hopefully they fix that, which I believe they will. And then the next thing you got to think about is NFL 2K is coming back at some point. So you got to think about your regulars. You know what I mean? You have to think about the regulars. And then if Nintendo decides to drop a Mario, or if Metroid finally comes back out, like, Returnal is not going to be able to survive that, bro. Not at $70.
And that's why they moved it. Notice they delayed it, right? They delayed it because they needed a month where they felt comfortable, really, with it. Like, they can't just release this game. It's a new IP, $70. You're not going to release this among, like, a well-known franchise, right? You're not going to do that.
They're not.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. Unless you want to just, die flat out. You don't do that. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So I think that Returnal is I'm looking forward to it, and that gameplay is fire. But if you try to reach the people that's not hardcore gamers, that's just looking at it, they got to do a better job. And that's like the last thing I'll say about it.
I agree. I absolutely agree, man. It's case, man. It's a new game. It's a new world at this point. When you hit $70, it's a new world. It's a new conversation. And when you add the fact that games, like, it's crazy because at $70, I remember I made that bold. I think you were there when I made that bold prediction. I was like, $70. I expect stuff like season passes to disappear. Sadly, that has not happened. We're still getting those.
Well, see, here's one thing, and this is like for both sides, right? So, with the $70 games and stuff like that, here's how things are starting to move now culturally in the gaming industry on the business side. So, more games, in order for them to continue making AAA titles and stuff like that, they got to have a hybrid model of free to play,
right,
and a DLC. They got to have a hybrid model. So if you get a free to play game, most likely that game is not going to be as sophisticated as the Last of Us 2s and the God of Wars of the world.
Right. Of course.
So I can respect that. I get that. And they make their money on the back end. So if I like this game, then I'm spending money because I genuinely want to spend money, and I'm spending it in a way where I'm going at my own pace. So I'm having my own fun the way I want to, and the more fun I want, the more I'll spend, and it's all up to me. So
that's a good point, bro. Because it's like in Last of Us Part 2. Again, regardless how you feel, story related, right? I'm not even gonna get into
I love
that.
the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
you love it, Khalid? Okay, so me, I was part of the mixed bag for the third act, just for the third act, the last part of the game. But the overall package, right? If they ask for $70 for that, it's worth $70. You know what I mean? That just
Oh yeah, by far.
you
Like,
got
by
so
far.
much freedom in the game. You know what I mean? The accessibility, the insane, really the length of the story. It's probably the longest game I've ever seen from Naughty Dog. Period. It's a very long drawn story
Yeah, I
for
love
it.
the game.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah,
you to a
I
lot of
love it.
places. It does. It's very
Yeah.
bold in how it goes about things. So it's very creative.
And brutal. Bold and
Very
brutal.
brutal, yes, very brutal. Like that part where she rips, Abby rips the dude's jaw off when it was like, you know, what I'm talking
Yo.
about? Bro, I'm like,
Bro.
good God, like okay, they going all out with this. So it was
Yeah,
definitely a new level for him.
yeah, but then you go to Ghost of Tsushima,
Mm-hmm.
where they give you all these other upgrades, updates, and everything for free. So the thing is, you got to ask yourself, why can't they give this for free, and then other people make you charge and blah blah blah. What people
Right.
don't so what people don't understand is that every deal is different per company, per development team. Every deal is different. Every deal. So certain companies, they have their own deals, and they also have their own way of working with people in their audience and things of that nature. So the problem is the industry as an end user generalizes everybody, and you can't generalize everybody because Insomniac is not the same company as Sucker Punch, is not the same company as Sony Santa Monica, is not the same company as Massive. They're not the same companies. They don't operate the same. So I think that too many people on the end user side put all these companies in one big box and expects the same things, and you can't think about it like that. Every situation is different. So me, I understand that. So when I see certain things, I can agree. Then there's certain things where I can disagree. Sometimes I may agree with the company and not the end user, and people look at me like I'm crazy. But then there's times where I agree with the end user and the company is wrong. You just got to know both sides so you could get the full details in the story to make proper judgment.
Right.
And most people ain't willing to do that because they only care about what they feel, and they don't care about the whole situation. So if you don't care, then you're not, authorized to speak like on this situation, because you only going to speak from one side, and that's unfair too. So I understand them. So the way I look at it, $70 games is fine depending on the game and the scenario at hand. But also there's some $70 games where you got to pay for the extra DLC, but paying for the extra DLC is gonna help out with the next game that they want to make because they want to go bigger.
Right.
So if you're just a supporter of the company, then why not? So it's just so many different viewpoints on how you want to take it. But you have those people that's just like, look, I want what I want. I said what I said, and I don't care. And you just got to deal with that too as a company. So it's tough.
Yeah. The $70 thing again. It's such a touchy subject. Me personally, for me, for a game to be worth 70 to me personally, I'm looking at a few things. I'm not just looking at just gameplay. I'm looking at story, context, and what I know for a fact. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get out of this said game. So it comes to that type of thing, honestly.
But that's why you got friends, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna have everything so we can play it,
Yeah.
and then you could play it out,
Get an idea
of
it. Yeah, there you go.
Idea of it, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that David Perry was trying to do way back with the try before you buy is that certain companies, they foul. Certain companies know they got a bad product, and if they let somebody play it before it goes on sale, nobody's gonna buy it because they know it's a bad product, but they're trying to sell you on hype, knowing that the product is garbage. That's foul. And that's why some companies didn't agree to having a try before you buy, because they was trying to hustle you.
Right.
Facts. I'm just keeping it real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
So that right there is foul. And David Perry, he was like appalled by it. He was like, yo, this is a great thing. People get a chance to try out your game, but you would you would knowingly sell them garbage. You would know. It's like, yes, we would, because we got bottom lines to meet. And I was like, wow, that's foul, but it's true. So at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes when the end user is right, they right, and I'm gonna support it.
Right.
Sometimes when the company is right, I'm gonna support them, and it is what it is. But it's a case by case basis.
I agree. Like I'm not giving special treatment to any dev. I gotta see what's up, before I even buy anything. Like that's just because we're not good. We're not getting anywhere in this industry if we let laziness or anything of that nature slide, and the game is just not worth it. You don't want nothing like what was that game called? Remember Terminator Salvation? They wanted $60 for that at the time.
Oh no, that's not a $60 game at all.
Oh, I was saying that's nowhere near $60.
That's not a 60. That's a $30 game, maybe 25.
I wouldn't even say I'll say 10. I wouldn't even say 25.
Oh no, I would give it like a 25.
You give it 25?
I'll give it like a 25.
Shit.
But that's another thing too. It's so funny you said that because in terms of from a review standpoint, that's actually how I'm reviewing my games going forward. Like I'm not just talking to talk, and I'm not giving number scores. I'm giving a dollar amount
right
for my review scores. Yeah.
Sure.
So at the end of Ghost of Tsushima,
that's a 70 plus.
That's a 70 plus. I'll spend 100 on that.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what ending you chose. I don't know what path you took, but let me tell you, man, the fact that they made that moment that special, where you choose between the ghost or your uncle.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man, that sequel is going to be absolutely incraible.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh, and you know what? I can't even say that.
Look at you. Like I can't wait for that damn sequel. This is going to be either a franchise or it's going to be a trilogy. Whatever the hell it is, I am in to the end. They got me. They got me.
All I gotta do is give a shout out to my boy Nate Fox. Nate, that's my dude. I know Nate for many years. That's my guy. All I can say is let's move on. Let's go.
I mean, good God. I know you finished Miles, right? You finished Miles?
Yeah. Of course I finished Miles. Here's one thing I would say. Naughty Dog. All right. Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games, and Sony Santa Monica are extremely competitive studios. Very, very competitive studios. Like, don't get me wrong, Sucker Punch is competitive too. Like, but I'm telling you, some of the most competitive, almost petty, but competitive studios is Sony Santa Monica, Naughty Dog as well. Very competitive studios. Let's just say Ghost of Tsushima, they struck a chord. Like that, the skill and development in that game struck a chord amongst a lot of internal Sony.
So we got a talent show going on this year.
Yeah, in a great way. It's always friendly competition. But I'm telling you right now, like Sony Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, and Guerrilla Games, they was put on notice. And I'm gonna throw this out there. You remember the comment that was made recently from Herman Helst? Shout out to Herman, it's my guy too. Yep. Herman Helst about God of War Ragnarok being his most anticipated game from what he knows and what he's seeing and everything like that. Bro, just look, these studios, they learn from one another, they share information with one another, and it's all friendly competition. But I'm telling you right now, Sony Santa Monica, they felt that they really needed to up their game after seeing Ghost of Tsushima. Like they saw Ghost of Tsushima, they was like, "Yo,
that's the next." I mean, listen, Ghost of Tsushima is so good. It's basically the catalyst for. I mean, if Ubisoft or Ubisoft does this, because I hope they do, but it's going to be put into that, that conversation like, oh, it's a copy, right? But let's keep it a buck. This is the best open world game we've had in a long time. It's just the best. It's Ghost of Tsushima. Like that right there. If Ubisoft actually listened to fans and gave us an Assassin's Creed game in Japan, that would be Ghost of Tsushima. There you go. That's the best way to put it. It would have been Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
It's that perfect. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, man. I love it. So, yep. Yeah, man. It's crazy. So, I'm excited, man. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff going on, man. I'm very excited. So, but like I said, man, the main thing I wanted to express today was putting y'all on to that VR stuff. There's other stuff that I got that I'm sitting on right now that I can't share. But next month there is something major from the game development world that y'all gonna learn about next month, probably like around March 12th, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like around March 12th, around that time or that week. Y'all should learn something very, very powerful in the gaming space that is gonna shock some people, man. And yeah, probably like the second week of March. So it's gonna be very interesting. Very interesting.
Guys heard it from the man himself, HipHopGamer, man. Let me tell you, it is always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming through, my brother. We had a blast. It's always a treat talking to you, man.
Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I see a lot of comments and stuff like that. I can't get to everything. It's Big Cloud Show. So like, he gotta, organize that. But I see a lot of the stuff that y'all was saying, and I just want to say much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. And like I said, get hype, man.
You want me to answer? You want to answer any questions here? In the chat?
Yeah, of course. I'm down. I still got some time. I still got a little time left.
All right, I'll go to these quick, rapid fire. Guys, send them in. Go ahead, send them in. Jack, and he asks, you have any info on any studios bought? Now, obviously, with Microsoft buying ZeniMax and talks of them going for another major acquisition. Think Sony buying any?
Yeah, I don't have any information on studios bought besides what I told y'all before that what's the name was acquired. They just didn't say anything yet, but I got info that what's the name was acquired. Kojima Productions. That's the last.
You said that back in 2019, right? Was the 2019?
Yeah, I think that was like 2019.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did mention that, and then like it's funny because Kojima Productions went silent since then.
Yeah,
we haven't heard anything but silent from Kojima Productions. That's
I know. They listen. One thing I can tell you about Kojima Productions: one, they working very hard on a new project, brand new project. That's one. And two, not only are they working hard on this brand new project, but this is something that Kojima has been wanting to do since Konami, but couldn't.
Guys, I'm getting PT feels. Guys.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Getting those PT.
I don't know what it is. That's just little tidbits that I can say, but I don't know what it is.
There you guys go.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? So, any other questions? Hit me.
I got you. Reading them off for you. Just going through them. Find the good ones. Any word on Zone of Enders 3 from Kojima?
No.
Okay.
No, I love Zone of the Enders, but I don't know anything about a new Zone of the Enders.
All right, you got it. I appreciate you, Chris. Trey, thank you so much. You too, Iman. Appreciate it. What's up, bro? I'm just going through this. Yeah, that'd be cool if Naughty Dog made a Punisher game. New IP from San Diego. Any info?
Man, come on. That'd be a dead giveaway if I tell you the studio. Right?
See, look at you.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
I tried.
That at all.
I tried, guess.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
I gotta try. I gotta try. Cause we had Gio Corsi on there. I tried out Gio. Gio was quick. Gio was quick with the response. He knew the perfect response encounter.
Yeah, Gio know what's up, man.
Gio's hilarious. Shout out to Gio Corsi.
Facts.
Let's see. Well, I'm just finding good ones. Anybody got any other questions? Put them in the chat. We already broke that down. Sony didn't lie about anything. That was fake. I guess Cloud Chaser's trying to get cloud off of PS5, saying PS5 is RDNA 3. It's not. It never was. It was RDNA 2. Any news on Factions 2 for Last of Us? Good question. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get any news for that.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any update on Factions right now.
Yeah, because that's not. I don't think we're getting any info on that for like honestly, that's far away. Honestly, because the way the world is for one, and on two, it's just. Nah, I don't see it. Like by the time we start hearing about Factions, you'll hear like what a PS5 version. You think, HipHopGamer?
Wait, say that again, Big Cloud? My bad.
Oh, no, you get it. By the time we start hearing about Factions 2, that'd be like a talks like a Last of Us 2 enhanced edition for PS5 or something. Like I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's too much. He says what happened to Project Awakening.
Oh, that's interesting. I have no information on that one either. Good question though.
That one, I think it still happened. I just think COVID put a lot of stuff on hold.
COVID did a lot.
Yeah, people don't understand how bad it is.
Yeah,
like we don't have access to the same tools when we're at home. We just don't. It's different. It's different being home and then being at an office. So
yeah, not facts. So yep.
All right. He already answered that for you. Must say. It should have been a dead giveaway. What game was on here earlier? That was Dead Space 3, man. Because we gotta get hype for Callisto Protocol. We gotta get hype.
Yeah, man, that Callisto look crazy. I can't wait.
He said Babylon's Fall also went silent. That is true. That is very true.
Yep.
Digital E3 is a waste of time. Do you agree? Not really. No.
No, of course not.
I don't agree.
Because one of the things about digital E3, from what I'm hearing, what they're trying to do is one, they want to do a lot of stuff where the audience can actually play a role and be involved. That's one. Two, there's going to be a lot of different interviews and segments and stuff like that, along with keynotes. It's literally a virtual E3. Now, the only issue that may come across is that things may not be ready. Like certain things may not be ready with certain developers. So that right there is like unfortunate. But it's not pointless for them. Like they should do it. Honestly, they should have did it last year. Like, it's crazy how Jeff Keighley was did some of games and E3 did nothing. You know what I mean? Like at all.
Yeah.
Like that right there was a crazy missed opportunity because see, you could be huge, but no matter how huge you are, anybody can fall. And I think that what you saw happen was that E3 on the back end is not properly set up to support the gaming culture. They can support the gaming industry when they need certain things because they know how to put the event together. But E3 is supposed to be more than just some event. It's supposed to be a part of the culture. And when you're part of the culture, you don't leave the culture alone like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you figure out a way to exist on a daily basis because you're a part of the culture. It's E3 we talking about, man. People like, come on, it's E3. So I really was disgusted by it. I was like, yo, how you not going to do nothing like that? I ain't agree with that at all. You could have had some interview. You could have just something to brand yourself from a digital standpoint.
Right.
That's no excuse to me. So I'm happy that they're doing one, and I just feel like whatever they do now, they got to make it really good to make people feel like, you know what, E3 is part of the culture again, and we respect what they did. Let's go.
Yeah,
so,
I'm cool with a lot of I'm cool with like a lot of Xbox channels and everything, and I do a lot of shows with them. And one thing we talked about E3 was E3 just not being treated so like it's not being treated kind of like wrestling fans would have treated like WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
my thing is like if I don't think again I don't think E3 is dead or anything. I just think it needs a new overhaul in how in terms of how it's being treated. I think it needs to have like special theme stuff for it, and one also it needs to be available to all of us. Like it should be moving around. It shouldn't be in the same venue. It should move to different states. That way, people who never had experience in E3 can get that magic. You know, that's what I think personally.
That. I like
That'd
that.
be
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I
that'd
like
be
that.
dope. Like, that way people don't gotta worry about traveling X amount of, you know what I mean? They can get an opportunity to attend home.
Yeah.
That's a lot better, honestly. And
Yeah,
again,
I'm with all these Zoom calls and cons and things that I've been doing from home.
mhm,
Oh man, there's a lot that could be done, bro. So yeah, man.
right. Like look at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, the latest one. Remember how the latest Game Awards was actually one
Yeah,
of the best Game Awards of all time in a weird way because of
yeah,
how
yeah,
well it was, with the
yeah,
holographic
it was really
stage and all
good.
that. It's really cool. That type of stuff can be great for the show if they ever considered it. So that's me personally. Um, he said, "Do you still feel any kind of pull for Gotham Knights?" I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my opinion for Gotham Knights. I forgot all about it. Honestly, I have not thought about the game. It was just the
Well,
original.
to be honest, I think they showed it too early.
You think so?
Uh,
I just didn't. I wasn't feeling what I was seeing, bro. Not like that. I wasn't really feeling. I don't like the whole RPG element of it. It's like I'm Batman. Why do I have to be a level 100 to beat this one little thug? I don't like that. I hate when games put like a level system on a character. I don't
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the level systems either because I feel like it's so easy to create complaints and
Right.
not enjoy the game. Because it's like, well, if I'm level 10 and you level 1, I should be killing you like this, but it's not happening. Why? Because you got the special armor piece that it's like
Right. It
I don't
cancels my moves.
yeah, it's like I don't understand what the point of this is. It's like if a heavyweight fighter is fighting a featherweight fighter,
Right.
that heavyweight is going to destroy that featherweight with one blow because just the size and them both knowing how to punch and the impact is going to make. So to me, that right there makes sense to me. I don't like playing a game where it doesn't make sense and there's nothing about it that's helping me to make it make sense. So I'm just playing this and it is what it is. Like I don't like that. It frustrates me. So I
Yeah.
get exactly what you're saying. But the reason why I feel like it was shown too early because anytime you show something, there should be some sort of follow-up plan
Yeah.
to like a roadmap to lead you to the release of this title. So, like for example, with Returnal, they showed it, then we seen it again like a next month later, then we seen this, and then they had a podcast about it, then they showing more
Mm-hmm.
gameplay. We got a release date, and like there's something every month or every 2 months or something that leads up to us about to get our hands on it. So I like that with Gotham Knights, and it actually looked good
It
to
looks
me,
great.
and I
Yeah. It
love
looks
and
amazing.
and
Yeah.
and I love the premise of it in terms of Batman is dead, and now you have all this other stuff to do.
Right.
That's all gravy, but in practice, I got to see how this is going to play out because if it's one of those joints where, like, I don't. Oh, look, man.
I don't like a game that
I
feels cheap. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that. I don't like that
I feel
feel.
you.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about games in general, I don't like when a certain game becomes successful and everybody just want to follow this path
Yes,
and it's
yes.
freaking
Like every
like
game got to have a battle royale. It's like, no, we don't need a
yeah,
battle
like
royale in every game. Stop. Like, yeah, I
and,
agree.
but Battlefield has a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
It
Call
does.
of
We'll see
Duty.
how it is.
Call of Duty got
Call of
one.
Duty got it, and every have it now. And to me, it's corny because it's not what you wanted to do. You did it because you felt like you had to do it
Right. You
because
felt pressured.
whatever. Yeah, like and that right there is just corny to me. Like, I just like come up with something different, come up with something new. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I like Warzone. It's definitely its own thing. It's not it's not Fortnite, it's Warzone. I get it,
Right.
but
It's
we
still,
know
yeah.
but Warzone exists because of that. And I feel like you're using a formula that already existed, and you're gonna add a little dib and dab here to try to make it different. But at the end of the day, I know why it's here, and that right there is like, okay, I get it. So to me, that's the only thing I don't want to see. Like Destiny came out, it's an amazing looter shooter, and now everybody like Marvel's Avengers wants to be a looter joint. God 4 got to be a looter joint. Like it's just let certain games.
Where's the creativity? Where's your own
your
spine?
identity.
Right? Where's your own stake on it? Why do you have to do this? I agree. I don't like seeing the same thing over. It's like repeating yourself, right? You don't want to repeat yourself. I hate repeating myself.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I look at that. Like I feel the same way about hip hop. I feel that way about gaming. I feel that way about journalism. I feel that way about me. Like there's only one hip hop gamer. Period. You never ever gonna find nobody that bring it like how I bring it. That's just like facts, super facts. Like the realest thing you can say, and that mean a lot to me. Like you know what I'm saying. Like what I look like trying to go on camera and act like I'm
this
like
guy.
some other like. Are you kidding me?
Right.
How you gonna be a leader when your whole existence is based on following somebody else because it worked for them and they on TV? Like you got to be kidding me, man. P, get out of here, P. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like that's how I felt about Gotham Knights and a lot of these other games, man. And then to me, let's say something happens next year and Fortnite ain't the thing no more.
What's next? What I got to fall back on? Oh, well, we got the name. No, like one thing about people you don't understand, and this goes to movies too. A name does not save a movie. It can't. It can't save anything. Look at Karate Kid. Remember Karate Kid with Jaden Smith?
Yes.
Great story, right? It was greatly acted. It was a nice spin. But let's keep it a buck. It ain't the original.
It ain't the original.
It ain't.
And I like it too. It was good. It was really
it was a good movie, but they weren't even doing karate. They were doing kung fu.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
It wasn't original. It wasn't original. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Miyagi. Son.
Right. The whole wax on, they go jack it off, jack it on type of thing. I'm like, bro, that's not karate. That was dead. That was a cool approach. I'll give them that. But it's like, come on, it's not Karate Kid.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I got you, man. So, it is what it is. And we'll leave it at that, so that's cool. But yeah, man, like, yo, bro, this has been amazing, man. And there's one thing I want to leave you with, bro. There's one thing I want to leave you with. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna, because I've seen, dang, it's not. I was gonna put something. Okay.
We'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, I was gonna put something in the chat. So I wanted to do this because I noticed some people had made mention of it, in the chat. So wait, let me. That I was trying to send it to you.
Want me to send it to my DM and I said I put it on? I can do that if you wanna. Let's see.
Yeah, we might have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to your Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. You get it.
All right, here we go. Yo, why my computer acting stupid? Like it's like, wait.
You got a laptop?
No, it's just no. I think it's my internet connection is acting weird for some reason. I don't know why. All right, cool.
Uh-oh.
We good. My joint. I just put it in the Twitter chat for you. The reason why I put this here is because people still hitting me up to this day about it, and I'm like, yo, it's gonna come when they ready to show it, but I know what I saw and I know what's coming. So I just wanted to put this here so you can see that it's not just me who said it. You can see who also said it too.
Oh, dude, I added on to that when they said no to it. I added on to it. It's going back to because let me back you up on that because I actually have the thing for it. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, so I just want people to know that, yo, this, because some people was like, yo, I'm like, look, I know what's happening. I know what's going on and stuff like that. And like I said, I thought it'd be there day one too, but I know a lot of people are still making mention.
It's kind of like a pipe dream of when it can happen. That's why I'm looking at it kind of like it will happen, but it's like it's different, right? Different approach. It's just
definitely going to be Yeah,
Right. It's
because
unconventional. It's not the conventional way of doing it.
it's
That's
not the
yeah.
traditional way of doing it. And what's so crazy is uh the whole machine learning thing I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm. And
That plays a
the
role.
like the replication system with that. Yeah, that
That
all
plays
that goes back into like the pipe dream type of scenario, what they're trying to do. And granted, yeah, obviously on PS5, downloads and everything is super fast. They've upgraded their entire like infrastructure for PS5 to the point where this type of tech that we're talking about can definitely happen. It's just a matter of what, when, right? When.
Win.
Yeah, it's a matter of when. 1 second, bro. I'm opening up my file. I know I have it. Here it is. So that's
so
hold on.
I just wanted to
Here it is.
I'm not sure if the chat know everything.
Right that? Talking about that, right? Here we go. It's on the screen.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Wait, I don't see nothing.
On my screen? On Twitter? I mean on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
You read that? You thought I forgot? I ain't forget, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't forget. It goes back to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is going to be coming back very real soon.
Yeah.
Or in the future. I will say it will be coming back in the future. This right here, don't forget this. Me and this man right here. Well, really, it was this man who put me on it. But me and this man been talking about this. He's the one who brought this to my attention. This is going to come back in the future.
Yeah, like.
All right.
That's all I can say.
That's all we're going to say. We're going to end it there.
And what I sent you just now on Twitter, that didn't just come from me. I'm not sure if you read where it came from.
I did. Should I show it? You think should I show it?
Yeah, you can show it. You can show it.
Okay. You got it. I got the okay, so I'll show it. Hold on.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put it out there so people would know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just trying to remember how I did it.
Oh, with the
Yeah, I was gonna make it bigger.
Okay.
Probably zoom in.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta make it bigger. Yeah.
There you guys go. There you go.
Hold on, it's buffering on my end. I can't even see it.
Is it there? Can you see it?
No, I'm here, but it's the stream is buffering. Like the stream is buffering.
Oh, your stream's buffering for you on your end? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna refresh the page. But like I said, my internet is acting spotty for some reason. I don't get it because I got Verizon gigabit.
Oh, dude, sometimes you gotta like refresh every once in a while. I do that every once in a while.
Well, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, you probably never unplugged it.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's loading back up right now.
All right, let me know you can see that. Shout out to Damien for joining, becoming a member. Hey guys, you want to become a member? It's literally the lowest tier is $1 for the channel. You guys get access to custom trophy logos by your name and everything, and also custom emotes. I'll be adding the emotes hopefully by Friday. Hopefully I get an update on that for you guys for by Friday because I got them custom made. So don't worry, they're coming.
Oh, we already got some custom made emotes. Nice.
Yeah, got them custom made. I gotta go all out for everybody.
That's fire. So that's dope. But but as long as it's up there and people's able to see it, then that's dope.
Yep. Can you see it? Can you read it?
No, I can't do any. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, yeah, I can. Hold on. I'm gonna go check on my phone and do it.
All right. Just put that out there for you guys. It wasn't just this man it wasn't this man. I don't know. It came from another person. There you go. Wasn't this? Cause you know how people are, man. You know how people are, man. They go, this guy.
Yep.
Okay. That's why again.
All right, cool. So yeah, just I just want to make sure that they can see it.
Oh, they
And
saw it. They saw it. I just
oh, they
zoomed
saw it?
out. They saw it and everything. I just
Okay.
zoomed out and all that. You can just you can read it though if you want.
Okay, cool. So pretty much. Oh, I see everything now. I see everything now. So we good. So pretty much, what I was saying is that, I mean, here's the quote right here. There are some amazing games for PS1 and PS2, and our longer term vision. This was stated back in 2015. All right, this is stated back in 2015. And our longer term vision is to go back further into the PlayStation generational library and offer those with PlayStation Now, said Peter Jamshidi, who's the director of marketing of PlayStation Now. Now, what's so crazy about this, the other stuff I can't put out there. Like, you know what I mean? I can't put out there right now.
Right. It's all part of the inevitable pipe dream.
Yeah.
Like we literally just got done. It's literally gonna come back down to that. And again, it makes sense what they're going for because you gotta find an alternative because people really want XYZ. And granted, there's been survey. Remember those little surveys they did before, asking for a back and pad, stuff like that. And a lot of people don't use it, or it wasn't even a survey, right? It was like an analysis they did, right? Where it's like not many people use back and pad or something like that, or a certain demographic. It was some weird.
Somebody was it was talking about that, but here's the thing. How can I say this? You know what? Till next time.
Well, this next time. I don't know what we even gonna do. We gonna do. You already know, bro. You already know.
Next time. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you probably gonna want to talk to me in April. In April, you probably gonna want to really talk to me,
bro. You already know what you already know. I'll hit you up. You already know. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, hit me up.
We'll be in contact. You already know. We stay in contact at this point.
Yep. So. Yeah, you already know. Yeah. So we good. But that's it, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the chat, one love, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, dog.
Man, anytime, man. Guys, HipHopGamer. We got 96 of y'all in the chat. Let's get 96 likes. I want to say shout out to you guys coming through. I had a blast as always. I got a big announcement for you guys right now. One-on-ones are back on the channel starting Monday. We started off with the one and only my brother, HipHopGamer. I got Wilmy Hood from Gaming Beyond the Box coming through next Monday for you guys. So we're going to have him on here. That's right. One-on-ones. It's not just going to be PlayStation, guys. It's going to be Xbox. I'm reaching out to everybody. I'm doing what I love to do, and that is bring people together and talk about the very things that matter, and that is our hobby. So, to those of you that enjoyed the show, y'all know what to do with the like button. I appreciate everybody again who showed up. See you guys later on. I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow, and yeah, content will be back. But till then, HipHopGamer, you know what I mean? One love. God bless. Thank you, my brother, for coming through, and everybody else. You already know, man. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be